Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We got a new setup like I promised. We're upgrading, we're moving on up, and I was thinking of changing it up to where we would do Pokeinvesting, but going through the actual subreddit and seeing, giving my opinion on some of the things that people are bringing up out here, right? Doing it a little bit different. Let's just see what happens. So
Let's give it a shot.
all right, liquidate singles to hold sealed product. I wouldn't liquidate singles unless you really need to. Going through his cards, he's got the base set hitters. Some of them looks like evolutions. I wouldn't sell them. I think because I don't even think you're going to get that much for them. You might get a couple $1,000s at the end of the day. But with a couple $1,000s, you might only get a few booster boxes, few booster box cases, unless you want to diversify and just buy booster boxes. I would hold on to them. You'll probably want to get them back later in the future as a longtime collector. I regret selling my old cards. I'm sure everybody does. If you ever got back into collecting, if you stopped or whatever, life happens and you got to liquidate, and now you're back and you're more stable. I wouldn't sell them, man. I would just go the slow route and buy what you can with your current budget, a booster box here and there if you have the money, get cases on a regular basis, but I wouldn't. And let's see what others have to say. I sold my cards I pulled as a kid, regret selling Shiny Rayquaza from Dragons Exalted. When you're selling, just make sure 100% you're not going to have any regrets, okay? Depends on the condition of the cards, but I tend to prefer slabs and singles, sealed as long as you know what you're doing. Absolutely nothing beats sealed. I'd keep the cards you have sentimental value with and sell the rest to fund booster boxes. It's what he did, and no regrets for a second that this person went through. Just a spicy man says he has no regrets. So that's true. I mean, a lot of these cards, I'm sure some of these regular EXs, you could let go and never give it a second thought. But some of these other cards, like the Mew EX, I wouldn't sell. Though you'll get some good coin for it, I wouldn't do it. I'll probably come back and be like, hey, why the hell did I sell that shit? I wanted that. And here I am spending money again. You're going to cry twice, maybe 3 times, 4, 5, however many. Evolving Skies ETBs. Hi, I own a set of normal ES ETBs. Is it worth to sell one for Destined Rivals booster box? What are your thoughts about Destined? And what about a case of Destined booster boxes for a case for 1,200 euros? Is that a crazy price, or would that be a good investment instead of 2/3? I think he means to say 2/3 booster boxes. If you could find a case of Destined Rivals booster boxes for 1,200 euros, what's that, $1,600? Hell yeah, I'd buy that, but I'd be super skeptical on the source of where you're buying it. Cases are now at least $2,400. Maybe there's some market discrepancies between here in the States and Europe, but for 1,200 euros, hell yeah, I'd buy that shit. Trading ETBs or selling ETBs for Destined Rivals, I wouldn't do it. I think Evolving Skies ETBs or booster boxes still have plenty of run in the next 18 months. We'll see how the 30-year anniversary goes, but I think it's going to go great. And I think there'll be another slight bump in price, in value for Evolving Skies and for Destined Rivals. You're basically selling, depending how you're going to do it. If it's a direct trade, it might be worth it. But ES is out of print. Destined Rivals technically is still in print, and who knows what the reprint of bundles and packs and ancillary products is going to do to booster boxes. Some people are going to say the reprint is going to actually boost booster boxes because booster boxes are not being reprinted. I don't think it's worth the risk. There's too much unknowns. Selling an ES ETB for a Destined Rivals ETP, it ain't worth it. You can just stick with where you are and it's going to go up. Why create the extra work, right? Let's see what others have to say. Destined Rivals is a pretty decent buy with cash when you can find deals, but I think ES ETB specifically is one of the best holds for the next 5 years. Personally, I'm still buying them at 450 Canadian. I think it'd be one of the quickest boxes to double. Not wrong I agree with the guy or gal. There's gals here. Keep the ETB and buy a booster box anyway. Don't sell Evolving Skies. Wow, it's as if they read my mind. How do you pick slabs? No one responded to this guy, and he posted 17 hours ago. Affectionate Oil 705. How do you pick slabs to invest in? Any tips for a new investor? My personal opinion on slabs? If you're looking for money, PSA 10. Don't go for 9s. They used to do 9.5s. Don't even bother with that crap. Just go straight for the best. And it's with any sort of collectible. Always go for the best. How do you pick slabs? Slabs, PSA 10. Don't go for 9s, 8s, 7s, unless that's like a niche collecting thing. Like people like to collect a whole master set of just like PSA 7s or CGCs or whatever it may be. But if you're looking to invest, just go for a 10. Timing matters. Don't do it right at the beginning of a release. Let it cool down a little. There's opportunities throughout the market. Affectionate Oil 705. If you actually watched this video, I answered you. All right. That's post for Canada. We're not in Canada. Let's see. What do you think build-in battle stadiums? I think build-in battle stadiums are build-in battle stadiums. Joking. All right, UMath. I was organizing my items and kind of want to sell some things to make up some more space. What do you think build-in battle stadium kits in the long term? They're like collection boxes, man. They're going to go up. It's going to go in relation to how many booster packs are in these stadiums or build-in battle stadiums, right? That's just how it is. Some of them, technically, you could break down, sell the promo cards inside because they have non-holo versions of rare cards. And I think these are all Sword and Shield sets. Yeah, Lost Origin, Brilliant Stars. So they have non-holo versions of rare holographic cards from Sword and Shield. You could, if you have the time and the energy, you can sell those and technically come out in front of the value of a sealed box. It depends on the set, and it depends on market discrepancy if things have caught up, but it's worth taking a look into. You could always go to bulbapedia.com and see card listings for each Build and Battle Stadium release and see what's in it and check market value of each single card. This guy said he loves it. He bought out 50 Fusion Strike ones when it was readily available. Holy shit, that was a great move. Back in the day, you could have bought that shit for like a build and battle for like $12, dude. 4 packs, bunch of like a 40 card pre-made deck inside, tons of trainer cards which go for a decent amount of coin if you're selling bulk. Don't sell like bulk to a bulk reseller, but like on TCGPLAYER, 12 cents, 50 cents a card, 75 cents for certain trainer cards that are playable at the current time, right? You can make a little bit of money, but that's what build and battles are for when it comes to the investment side. Definitely not on the radar for any typical investor. Don't do it. You spend the same amount of freaking money on a booster box or an ETB, man. Don't fucking do it. Oh, this one really... Oh, I like this one. Enough. Add 6931. 69, baby. People always say, look at Charizard at Sword and Shield and it's priced for 151. He's saying Charizard UPC is a bad product, period. Well, first, that Charizard UPC has 3 great promos. All Charizards, yes. Prismatic has all 3 all Prismatic packs, more than ETB, or same for 151. In this Mega Charizard UPC, there are 2 promos. Charizard can't compare to the 3 previous promos by a mile, and an unpopular Oricorio. Thought the art card is always with Shinji. But there are 18, there are 18 packs from multiple regular sets? Yes, he types like he talks. Scoring MSRP is a miracle today, and even at 130, it's still a better to buy an SS or Mega Base booster box at 250. Damn, some boxes are generally 190, so you can buy Destined Rivals straight away. Compare even that Charizard with Sword and Shield booster boxes. Yes, the price will increase, but issue with the Pokemon is that they diversify too much, and Charizard UPC is literally... I don't agree with that. I think the Oricario with Shinji and the Charizard, the comic book Charizard, they are going to be freaking awesome cards. They are going to go up in tons of value. Not today, probably not at the end of this year, but one day they will, probably within the next 5 years. It is a fantastic UPC. Great to look at. It is... it's got great cards, great packs in it. You got Phantasmal, I believe Mega's in there. You got Twilight, you got Surging. I think Journey's in there. You got the last 5 or 4 sets. I want to say 6 because there's 18. Some of them have 4 boosters in there each. But it is a fantastic buy. You compare it to Charizard UPC. Let's think about Charizard UPC. It's like 3-4 years ago that shit came out. The 3 promos, you got the Sleeping Charizard, you got the Dark Charizard, the Dark Art Charizard, and you have the one fighting Mewtwo, I believe. All 3 great promos back then, but it's a different type of art in the Mega Charizard UPC. That's Mega Charizard, that's the current one out right now. And it's a good buy. It looks great. It displays great. Great pack selection. Great promos. Great playmat accessories. I believe it's metal. Metal in this current one. And you can't go wrong. In comparison, I think this guy's talking about the current one. Compare even that Charizard Sword and Shield with the Sword and Shield booster boxes. Yes, the price will increase, but... actually one of the worst places to put your money. I don't like the old one, to be completely honest. I thought it was a crap product. It didn't have a fantastic pack selection. If I don't recall what they were, but they had trainer gallery cards, but not all of them. So I believe the pack selection in the current Charizard UPC is better than the old one. Promos, I think, are better in the current one. There's less. You only have 2 versus the 3, but it doesn't look that good. The old ones don't look that good. It's cool. You have that battle scene. You have the Dark Charizard that's roaring with a black sky. It's cool, but I don't think it's as complex as some of the recent ones. And then with the Sleeping Charizard, that's like Sleeping Tyranitar. It's cool, but it's not like the current release great. Let's see what other people have to say. It could be looked as unnecessary, but it's pretty solid index of packs. Yep, promos are great. Get near the bottom, there's no harm in investing. Agreed. This the OP says he gets it from the collector standpoint, but just doesn't make sense financially. Yeah, he's talking about opportunity costs. If you have extra money, buy Destined Rivals, buy Prismatic. I wouldn't be buying these UPCs. Maybe hold a little bit because they are freaking cool. These are great. Yeah, so he goes and says buy 10 booster boxes instead of 8 to 10 UPCs and you gain much more. Facts. This dude collects. He knows. This guy invests. He knows what's up. This guy is insinuating what you're really saying is that you're upset it was initially overprinted, so market is only $10 over. It's a long-term play, not a flip. People might think... yeah, I mean, he could be insinuating. I mean, he's getting this from this post. I think he's just having a bad day and he's saying that type of stuff. But let's see what OP has to say. Anybody who bought a booster box of Fusion Strike Lost Origin did better than buying Charizard UPC. That's true. Way freaking true. But keep in mind, back then, you could buy, for the same price, a booster box or the UPC, maybe $10, $20 less for the UPC. Nowadays, a booster box is at least $200 and the UPC is $130 nowadays. So dollar for dollar, maybe the UPC might be a better buy today than a booster box. Granted, history shows a booster box performs better, but in today's uncertainty and how crazy freaking Pokemon is right now, dollar for dollar, UPC might be a better buy. Alright guys, if you stuck around for this long, do me a huge favor, hit the like, hit subscribe, comment, what do you think about some of these Poke investing topics? I would love to get some feedback, have our own little forum, little conversation going on here. So next time I'll be here looking at some of the new stuff that comes up on Poke investing, and we could go through this together. See y'all next time.